24 hours after Dorking's disastrous result at home to Halifax Town, and the bunch of amateurs team is in the office trying to put some TikTok videos together. And that's when we get a message. Marc White tells us he has called an emergency online meeting with his players, for the Dorking gaffer has identified several areas of improvements that could instantly impact the Wanderers' form, as he looks to put a pair of 3-1 defeats behind them before heading up north to face York City.
Someone's got their volume on. Someone's got their volume on loud. Can anyone hear me? Niall, just for your knowledge, Niall, you're actually in your bedroom and you've got a bobble hat on.
Yeah, what can I say?
Joe Cook looks like he's in prison. I wanted to have the meeting primarily to say that Ross has left us. Okay, we wish Ross well moving forward. You boys sustaining your fitness is a really big deal. I will definitely invoke clauses in your contract if I keep getting repeat offenders with bullshit, strains and pulls. Those of you with a second job, I don't want to fucking hear about it or see it. Get it out of my building, right? You're all paid enough money for a first job, right? All that matters to me is Dorking Wanderers success. I don't want to hear about fucking what else you're doing, what else you might do. I don't give a fuck. We've got success to get, and I need your head in Dorking Wanderers. No, just by means of reminder, you've still got that hat on in your bed. So we'll be playing a 2v1 game at the back, using our +1, trying to force it into 10s. Charlie and Josh Taylor almost box-like. It's going to be where the space is. That's where it's going to be. I'm going there to win Boreham Wood-esque. 3-4-0. That's what we do. That's what we've done for 23 years. Right? Only mentally strong people need apply. I'll see you on the bus, and I look forward to sharing success on Tuesday with you. All right, boys?
The following Tuesday, a bunch of amateurs joined the Wanderers for their long coach journey up to York. It's the fourth meeting between the two clubs since Dorking's promotion. One win each and a draw would imply the two clubs are fairly evenly matched, as would the league table, where York are hovering above the relegation zone that Dorking have only just dropped into, for the first time since they joined Step 1. And it's that occurrence that has forced Marc, who's already a workaholic, to graft even harder as he looks to climb back out of the dreaded drop zone.
We put, as always, you get beat, you put a lot of work in, didn't you? So we put a lot of work in Sunday, me and the management team, and then the players, and we look forward to a good day. I do work, you know, we've all got other little things to do, but they have to just get that balance and act right with their job. This has to be the most important job. If they're taking £200 a week, I ain't got an issue, but they're not. They take a decent wage that in most cases would probably get them a mortgage or two. So they've got to really fucking earn that, and they've got to be focused. Because we're part-time, not having control over what they do the day after a game, I feel like there's definitely a link between being part-time and boys that just get home, wake up next day, do their own thing, and don't really recover and repair in the way that a professional footballer has to. So I've had to mark their card on that.
Before getting to the ground, Dorking stop off for a bite to eat and a team talk. During the meal, Marc spotted Tom Blair's penchant for overeating, and he made the young winger halve his portion.
Blairo, mate. Right, just to be clear, I've been told so far from 3 different people. One's told me you got sick on too much spaghetti bolognese after training. No, yes, right. Secondly, you had 4 fucking bags of Coca Pops and felt ill in the warm-up. And then thirdly, last week at Auctionham, I saw your plate, it looked like fucking a moon. Blairo, mate, he's thrown up his spaghetti bolognese from training and then said, what was it he said afterwards? He goes, that's Andy, because I fancy a Greg's. Straight up. Right, lads. Obviously not always easy when you're together all day. You've got to have a bit of a laugh and all that, and you've got to exist, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? But what you've really got to do today is obviously picture the scene. It's going to be lively as fuck in about a couple of hours, and we've got to be ready for that, yeah? So let's make sure when we get to the warm-up and that, make sure you just cut yourself off mentally from where you were. Think about this game. It's just a fucking good one to win. It's as simple as that. It's a great one to fucking win. So they are playing 3-5-2. Bottom line, that's how they play. We're going to set up on the basis that we think they'll go long. So it'll be Hayden, Tone and George, because we can deal with that comfortably. That'll be Pybus and Niall. Your job is to do a man-for-man job, but when we've got the ball, Niall, but when we've got the ball, don't go past the ball. We're going to see how this goes here. We're going to start with Bob on his left and Tom on his right. Now, I love Blairo, I love you on your left, but you're cutting in, he's just going into an overload. Does that make sense, yeah? And they're quite good at sending people inside. So we're probably better off having left foot, right foot. So when we do get forward, we can whip balls in the box on our natural side. We'll send them long, and then we're going to need to win the battles, so win the first, go win the second. This game is not on the wings, Blairo, Bob. This is going to be you more so just doing a man-for-man job, chipping in where you can, and just making sure that your man don't affect the game. All right, boys, see you down there.
Having the pre-match meeting away from the ground gives the Wanderers a more leisurely approach once they're in the dressing room, although that approach is somewhat scuppered once Marc sees the York City team sheet. For his opposite number and friend, Neal Ardley, has selected a very different side to the one Wanderers predicted. Perhaps responding to the manner of Dorking's last 3 defeats, Ardley has decided to go man-for-man on Hollis and Craig with pacey attackers.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, that's what I think he's done there. Because he wouldn't not play that Davis or the other fella unless he's going to do that. I don't, you know what I mean? He's not going to. Yeah, basically, yeah. I'll have a chat with you out there. We'll have to go for. We'll have to go like a 4-4-2. But our team changes easily. But no, you'd have to go out right wing if they're going to play this way, because we can't play a 4-5-1. We haven't got it. It doesn't work. You'd have to take left wing back, and it'd look like that. Pybus and Josh, 2v2, extra man for us, extra man for them, basically. I'll confirm it with you, but I don't see any reason he's going to pick a couple of small, quick ones, drop 2 big strikers if he's playing 2 up top. I think he's gone to a, and he did do it at Bournemouth, you're right, because I watched it. He had a sort of, bit of a sort of box vibe going on, but like this. We'll probably start as a 4-4-2. And then if they're any different, we'll just flip into our original 3-5-2. Okay, that's what we'll do. So it'll be a 4-4-2, just to be clear, that one, with Niall right, Bobby left back, or it'll be a 3-5-2, the one we was going to play all along.
It hasn't been the best of starts, let's be honest. I mean, what happened with Morton, and we didn't win many games. And when Ardley came in, it was always going to be hard for him, but he's managed to steady the ship and he's been able to get his results against some decent teams. I think we're doing all right now. Well,
start of the season was shit, but after that, now we're in second half in the end of the season. We've come back. We've come back, and with that, I think we could go up.
Start of the season, everything off the field was starting to get together. We were getting a little bit of positivity around the place. Owners who actually cared. We had quite a few bad owners previously. So Matt and Julian have come in, done a really good job. Communication's been miles better. The support between ownership and fan base is a lot better.
I think we're getting there. I like the new owners. I think that the management is settling down now. The players are looking good, and I'm hoping that we can sort of just push forward and hopefully get that sort of top 10, even maybe push for promotion.
it's been mixed. It depends what team we play. Like when we play Southend, we tend to bring, like, let's say, bigger players on for that game, but when we play teams that are more open, we tend to go for it a bit more, play with an attacking style of play. Yeah.
It does change up from time to time. Like they do sort of like sometimes they'll play out from the back, sometimes they'll have long balls up. But like when we get it right, it really is good fun to watch.
Fairly confident. I didn't see us getting anything against Southend, to be honest, last weekend. But yeah, going into it as confident as I have been this season.
Neal Ardley knows you as well as anyone, so are you expecting him to take measures to counteract your approach?
I think he has. So I think he's sort of moved one of his pawns, if you like, and I think we've just gone and moved one of ours. So before the game's even started, he's changed our formation. But our formation flips back into what we want. But I think he's definitely looked at our last 2 games and thought, if he can get pace on the back line, then he's going to cause us trouble. And we can't afford to be a team that can't defend 1-for-1, 1v1. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully the boys out there do a good job. Our back 4.
So does that mean Plan B is in effect?
No, Plan C.
The growth of our channel means that Marc gets quite a bit of attention when we visit other grounds, or when he buys a coffee, or gets petrol. He even gets a queue of people here waiting for selfies, and just to be clear, none of these people were remotely interested in the person who spends 12 to 16 hours a day making this show, and writing this script, and reading it.
The minute the whistle goes, great news. That's 1 point already. The minute the fucking whistle goes. There's a long time here tonight, okay? So settle into the game, please. If I tell you we're going 3-5-2, you know, just go to how we were going to start the game. But I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to be the way they're playing. All right, boys, yeah? Final thing, you've got to get the sweet spot between rushing and not rushing. You're in no hurry here. You're a great side. Great side. Get the home crowd silenced by keeping the ball. First 15, a few more backwards passes, because your backward passes should be into a +1. They'll drop into a block, because these boys will just do that. Yeah? And that just means the crowd start getting they get... Just be clever, right? Like you did Bournemouth. You ground and pound them gradually, then you had a great spell. Okay? So use your +1. Above all, though, win your duels all over the pitch, because for all the tactics in Britain, you don't win your fucking duels. You skip past people. If you anticipate, you want the ref to give you a foul, he ain't giving you shit. You're away from home. Right? You stand on your feet, you win your battles fairly. Okay, come on.
Frankly, you'd be out of your mind if you didn't watch the next episode, because the next episode is a really good one. It's the York match, and we have been looking forward to releasing this one for ages because it's a really good game. So hit the link in the description, or there should be one on screen right now.